hey, it's Sunday. This is technically a pop up because it wasn't exactly scheduled beforehand. But I've been doing this so much lately that well, it seems like I'm going live every day. And I did look through uh, I did look through all of the current live streams, at least on my the people I'm subscribed to. Didn't really see anything, so I thought I would. I have been spending time over at another channel, or at least I was today, or else I probably would have gone live earlier. That's okay though. Any which way it goes. Let's see here. Let me go over at least over to mine to this channel so I can go to my live, and that way, let's see. Hey Ron, how's it going? Hello. Well, good to have folks over from the across the pond. I think that's the way you're supposed to say it. And I'm over here in Mississippi, so it's uh, it's that's a long ways. Y'all are about 6 hours ahead of us. I think right now it's 11:19. I assume it's around I don't know 4 or 5 p.m. there. The Hey Kyle, how's it going? Um, well, I'm glad to have you here. I'm just hey Arlene, good to see you, darling. Let's see. Want to make sure I'm. Let me see if I can go back over here and yeah, there we go. That way I can see chat a lot easier. And I'm actually looking somewhat towards the uh, it's that one. That's the camera I'm using. I got two cameras up here. I guess technically I could have you, but nobody wants to see me twice. Uh, it's hard enough to look at me on one. Let me go through and change it up a little bit, though. There we go. Maybe a little bit bigger. Just maybe just a little bit. Hang on. That way. It seems like I've always heard you look at thirds, and I like to have my head. Hey, Northwoods Press, good to see you. Hey, Greg Johnson, good to see you, brother. Um, let's see. I need to downsize that, and that way maybe I can make sure I'm paying attention to everything that's going on. I try to. I'm not really good at multitasking, but it is what it is. Um, I know at some point they got football games going on, so if y'all need to pull away to go watch a game, I get that. Um, I was just talking with somebody about playlists. Um, Playlists, if you're trying to get monetized, playlists can be a very powerful thing. After all, you get you some. I just had an idea. I don't know if it's a good one, but it seems like it ought to be. Um, if every time you go through and do maybe once a month, you could do a playlist for your live streams that go because not after all, not everybody has the time to watch a full playlist. But and for that matter, you may go through and one of the issues that you run into with playlists, and I'm just thinking outside the box. One thing that you may run into with playlists, well, I had somebody that was talking about, and while I don't directly disagree with them, um, I, I get, why you might have a bunch of playlists. Hey, Anfield, good to see you. While I'm not a huge uh, believer or a huge that the more playlists the better because some of them you only have two or three, and if you're I guess in the longer format and the longer term that makes sense. At least once you become monetized, maybe. I mean, if that's even what you're going for. Not everybody's looking to monetize their channels. I don't, I want to be able to monetize this channel if I want, and I probably would if it got there. But it's not something that is not my focus. My focus at the moment is just to continue. Well, is just to continue, doing something on this channel. After all, the numbers on it look pretty good, but it was at one time eligible for monetization to be monetized, but I didn't do it, because I knew I was just about to take a break. So anyhow, should you have multiple playlists? I would say maybe, uh, maybe. I don't know. I'm tempted to just have two, and I would have one that would be considered the complete playlist. That way, if somebody watches the whole thing, uh, you get credit for all those watch hours. But then, if you then maybe have something that's more of an updated playlist, which is, since the beginning of this month, at the beginning of last month. That way, if somebody wants to come through, and in case they can't catch all your stuff, they could go through and just watch the current stuff. Because after all, it you know, if you watch the same thing twice, if it's in your watch history, I don't think it counts. I could be wrong. Anyhow, I'm just thinking outside the box at the moment, trying to pay attention to all the things that matter when it comes to. Oh, is Kyle heading out? Hey, good. Have a great day, Kyle. Thank you for coming in. Um, Sometimes the wheels get to spinning, and I can't stop them. It gets me wondering about a particular subject. And I guess in YouTube land, at least when you're live streaming, it helps to have ideas. It helps to have something to talk about. The subject at the moment is playlists. You could have a playlist. In fact, when I first started doing playlists, it was because there were certain songs I wanted to listen to, certain artists I wanted to listen to. And so I started, my favorite videos I would put on the playlist. Um, but as a content creator, your focus is different than just a supporter. So, uh, how many playlists? Y'all tell me if there's whoever's watching. Y'all tell me how many playlists are in your do you have? I just looked at every one of my channels, and most of my channels I have two. One channel I have one playlist, and one channel I have probably 20. Let me go and look just to verify how many I have, because I'm curious again, because I know it was a lot. You don't have any, no playlist. Okay, cool, Greg. The let's see. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, I've got 5. That's 30. I have 32 playlists on my main channel. I don't think most of them are, at least my music playlist, I don't think I have them public. Let me edit that just to see if it's public or private. It is public. I'm going to make that private. No, I'm going to leave it public because I watch it from time to time. But I think that if you have some of them, thank you for answering, Greg. I do appreciate that. I've got, how many of these are just music video? Of those 32, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 of those are just 10 of those are just on one playlist, but we'll add 3 more playlists very soon. Well, that's the thing. I don't know what is the right number, and what is the purpose of your playlist? Are you doing it so you'll have stuff you can come back to and watch, or is it to help other people? Help you. Because 20. Hey, Devil Dog, 29 playlists. I don't think you have that many. Not that I'm aware of, anyhow. Um, that's kind of funny. Um, well, playlists are an important part of YouTube, especially if you're going to try to get monetized. just so that you can go through and just so that you can go through and have people, watch all your stuff in one spot without having, without having a break. You can actually have it, put on a playlist and it'll just run. You know, maybe it could be even in the background. I know that playlists help me get monetized. Playlists help Eddie get monetized. Playlists help a lot of people get monetized. So, but it's let's see, 6, 8, 9, 10. 10 of my 32 playlists are, and I think I'm gonna get rid of some of these. Yeah, because just see you last night. Yes, you did, Eddie. In fact, we talked. You were on panel, on mine. I didn't. I wasn't on your panel, but you had your tech talk last night. So that's okay though. Help me, and you get watch playlists. Well, here's the thing though, Anfield. If you have multiple playlists, it makes it harder for somebody to help you. If you have one or two, then they can look at it and say, "Well, this is a long one. I'm going to put this on to play." If you have, and they can, if they only have a little bit of time, maybe they'll look at the other one. I don't know, but I would include all the stuff on the smaller playlist on the more complete playlist. But a lot of my playlists don't have. A lot of my playlists almost seems like um, I've got one playlist with one video on it. Uh, I really need to delete it with one thing on it. So maybe it's well, I do appreciate that, and Phil, it's a good thing to have. Hey, good to see you, Jerry. That reminds me, I hadn't dropped a link. I will. So if somebody wants to come up, they can. Let's see, and I'll pin it. Not everybody wants to come up and be seen, even if they were up, recently. They may be tired of being up here on my channel. I don't know. I don't try to read into anything. Uh, anyhow, playlists. They definitely help when it comes to watch hours. Trouble is, while I was reading your comment, you know, Eddie, you have 29 playlists. I don't believe that, but okay. Don't just see last night. Yes, and I addressed that already as well. I do not like going to bed seeing your face and then waking up. Well, then don't watch. That's the comment I'm assuming you were trying to get me to say. Good morning, Jerry Butler, Jerry Rue, uh, Jerry. I'll figure it out in a minute. Um, there we go. What's going on? Good to see you.
Hey, have you checked your numbers this morning? Obviously, you don't read your texts.
Well, yeah, my phone is on, I reckon.
Well, I reckon it is too, but you didn't read my text I texted you this morning.
Well, I thought I looked at my text when I turned on, or when I. Hang on, let me look.
I sent you one last night, and I sent you one this morning.
Okay. Um. Okay. Yeah. It looks like there's 5 texts here. I did my promotion. Should I answer it on over the phone and just tell you over it?
Show me right here.
Okay. It was on my homestead channel.
Yeah, okay, I found it. I did find it.
I
Anyways, this morning when I got up, checked it out, and it said 666. I went, oh, I got unsubscribed from that.
well,
So I unsubscribed for a while, and then went to 667, and I resubscribed. So
uh, my phone was on this morning while I was not awake. Last night it's one of those times where I left it on, but I put it on the charger because it was
yeah, Yeah, I know, Eddie. I texted him. He didn't read it, and he hardly reads the text.
Now, I am reading it now.
Yeah, reading it now.
The
I don't know what it is right now because I've not checked it this morning. But hang on a second. I got it all the way up. Just got to click on the button and refresh it, and it says 673.
six oh let me look at it. Let me see where it's at. Yeah, I mean it was at 609 when we started the
I thought
uh,
it was 612 or 630. I wrote it down. You said it was 623 is what you said it was.
well, I thought it was at 607
Oh well. Anyways,
or
so
60.
it's
I don't remember.
673 now or more.
Just like neither of y'all read chat. No, he doesn't read his text, Jerry.
Yeah, I know.
I do read them. It's just not always, when I first get up. It's not my first priority. My first priority is get a cup of coffee.
Well, golly, if you've been up like most people, 8 o'clock.
I didn't get up at 8 o'clock today. It was almost 10 o'clock when I got up.
Well, I realized that. I was already got two hours of stuff going on before you.
Yeah, I'm getting roasted as always, and that's okay, Anfield. You
That's
know,
how. That's because we love him. You only roast people you love.
that's right. That's right. It's all good.
Hi, Arlene. How are you today?
The but yeah, it's at 673. Let me look at the promotion, see how many it says I've gotten from promotions. The It says I've gained 61 subscribers from promotions, and consider
Cool.
that I'm at 61. All right, I'm at 673. That puts me at 612 or something. I think I gained one or two, a
From the
couple,
chat.
through the chat and what have
Yeah.
you.
Well, mine this morning. Oh, see, I don't even have it anymore. Oh, there it is. I'm at 123, 298. That was at when we started. It was at 123, 146.
Do I know?
So when we started, I was at 123, 146, and I'm at 123, 298.
Oh, nice.
And my promotions, if we refresh them, say on the song it's 73, and on the intro it's 80. So that's 153.
Well, I mean, it's effective. There's no question about that. And
Right.
I think that you will end up with a whole lot more subscribers, I would think, than me, just because you've got so many more that I think it kind of bases.
I think you're right. I was thinking about that last night after you said that and talking to Susan, and we both think, yeah, the more subscribers you have, the easier it is to get subscribers.
Yeah. Well, I have
You know,
noticed. I have noticed that the although there are times when I do really well on my smaller channels, but it's almost always more on my biggest channel.
yeah,
So I think that it works. I believe that it works exponentially.
I kind of agree with you.
So you know, uh, at least that's the impression that I get um, from watching. And I could be wrong on it, and but
And
I'm
I'd ask Eddie how many more he's gotten, but I already know he didn't do a promotion last night. So,
right.
but I know there's a lot of people I got texts from said they started doing promotions.
Well, it doesn't surprise me because I think there's a stigma, and while because people are thinking that it's just like you got those folks out there that think it's buying subs. It's not.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not paying somebody to subscribe. So, but it is putting your face out there in front of people, and the more people you get in front of, the
Who,
more.
who who doesn't love this face, right?
Well, I got a perfect face for radio.
Yeah,
Just
so do I.
I just ain't got the voice for it.
Well, we can talk like this, and you have the voice for it.
Well, that reminds me. Eddie always says that listening to me will put you to sleep. Um, does that mean I have a nice smooth tone or something? You
You
know,
have to ask him about that.
yeah.
It puts him to sleep. Doesn't put me to sleep.
Well,
So I
the
wonder. I wonder if Eddie's playing his game this morning,
he
or
probably,
what he's doing, because the game's supposed to start in 30 minutes or
yeah,
an hour.
yeah. When the game starts, you know he's going to be stuck to the tube.
Well, so I. You know.
Well, I know a lot of you guys will be. At one time, I would have been doing the same thing. Um, you know, uh, Eddie, I guess if you're listening, I should point out, you know, I always go back to, I don't follow sports. I haven't followed sports really since they started kneeling, but it actually goes back further than that. And I had another friend of mine point that out to me, and I hadn't, I really, it was almost subconscious. The day before my brother died, I was watching sports. I had two I had football on one side and I had NASCAR race on the other side. I had split my TV. I had gotten two receivers, satellite receivers, where I could go through and do that. I was really, really into sports at that time. But the next day, and he called me and talked to me. The last time I talked to him, though, I was watching, and I really wasn't paying much attention, as not a whole lot of attention to what he was saying. And so, uh, and I guess I did have trouble watching sports after that. But then, I still watched some a little bit, but it wasn't as important to me. But then, when they started kneeling for the national anthem or what have you, that was just kind of like the nail in the coffin for me. I,
Yeah,
you
I
know,
didn't watch any do that stuff either.
yeah, but it's, that's just the way I guess the way I look at it. I hadn't
Yep.
even thought about it. Something.
I feel the same way about the kneeling and stuff. Because just because more because I ex military and stuff. To me, it's like a slap in the face.
I, I agree. But Arlene said, "I'm doing good, Jerry. Thank you. How are you doing?" She was asking about your health.
I'm doing pretty good. This morning it was like 108 a little while ago, but I was up doing a bunch of stuff. So
Well, while I got you on here, let me ask you, what do you think? What are your thoughts regarding playlists?
I think they're good if people play them and run them through. Let the commercials run too. I'm at 72 right now, Gary.
Yeah, you're at
So
72. I'm glad to hear.
yeah, at
That's
97 auction level, which is good.
it's a
I'm
little,
normally a lot lower than that.
well, it's a little high, but it's not
No,
too.
auction level 97 is not high enough. Should be at 98 to 100.
Oh, yeah, I'm talking about. I thought you were saying that was your.
No,
Uh,
72 is my heart rate.
right. Okay. Well, that's not too bad. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, how many playlists do you have? Hey, Susan.
Hang on 1 second. I got someone wants to go. You can keep talking to me. I'm just going to go into the other room real quick.
Okay.
Go ahead and talk.
Uh,
How many playlists I have? I have.
yeah,
I have 7.
I can't hear you. I'll just wait till you get back. Assuming you can hear me. Uh, anyhow, I mean, I've got a whole lot on my main channel on Belt Loop 29. Wait a minute. I need to change my name because I am on here as YouTube Police.
Can you hear me now?
I can.
Okay, I don't know. I'm sorry. I said I have several playlists. I have. I'll read you my playlist because I break things down.
Yeah.
And so excuse me. Um, like I have a playlist for my bees.
Okay.
Because nobody wants if you don't want to watch the bees, you shouldn't have to go and be forced to watch them. But I
Yeah.
have, let's see, playlist. I have, I have Susan's Crafts is one. I have the lives for 2026, which I only have one video in it. That was last night's video.
Yeah.
I have the cruise to Alaska, which is 41 videos.
Mm-hmm.
I have our koi pond operation, which has 6 videos.
All right. I've done a
Uh,
lot. I lost
Huh?
track. I lost track of how many you've got.
Oh, I'll just say how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 12. That's 18. Uh, that'd be 24. I've got 23 playlists.
Okay. Well,
But I got 2024 lives. I mean, I got that in a playlist. And I'll probably combine 2024 and 2025 into one playlist and get rid of the 2024 playlist.
that makes sense.
But I have I got the rabbits in one, bees in another one, woodworking, meetups, small town things that go on. All my shorts are in one playlist.
Morning, Stevie.
Uh,
Well,
you know,
okay. Well, all right. Well, I just didn't know if you were a subscriber to the multiple playlists or limited
no,
playlists.
I've got multiple lists. Like my animals is 587 videos in that playlist.
Wow, that's quite a.
So
Now, let me ask you another question. Do you go through and when you're scheduling it, do you schedule it to go into that, or do you go through and wait till after and
no,
then?
my schedule go into that.
Okay.
When you bring it up, you first upload it.
Oh, hang on. I forgot to say out loud. I thought it. Good to see you, Chef Stevie.
You said hello, Chef
Did
CV.
okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know if
I CV. Hello, Greg Johnson.
I can't ever remember. My
Yeah,
memory
you
is
said it.
just that short. Boom.
It's
You
as
know,
long as you know what. So,
in in one
um,
out the other.
but when I upload it, I upload the video and I upload the thumbnail because I make the thumbnail in DaVinci as I make the video.
Yeah.
I pick a screenshot someplace in the video and I make that the thumbnail. And then I go ahead and I put the playlist in, and I'm usually everything goes at least two playlists. I've got, like the playlist it is like the bees are going one playlist, but it also goes in all videos.
Yeah.
So if it's a short, it goes in two playlists. It goes in a short and whatever playlist. It goes all in all shorts, and it goes in a playlist that it pertains to. Like if it's about the cows, it goes to the animals.
Okay. Well,
So
I was just I was in a live stream, uh, and I'll go ahead and tell you. I mean, it's always good to support other channels, and I was in a young lady's live stream this morning, Kendi K. Kendi K. Maybe all day, but it's Kendi K. Should be able to bring it up. And she was talking about she had made a statement about how the more playlists the better. I'm not sure how I think. I mean, I guess there's two different schools of thought on that. At least because I tend to lean towards fewer playlists, but then again, I'm just thinking from that perspective on helping folks, to help you. If you go through and you have, because it's for me, it's kind of hard. It takes longer to find which playlist is the longest one.
that made any difference though. I mean, if they play a playlist, they play a playlist. I mean, I like it to be something that they're is kind of semi interested in. So maybe they'll make a comment, and they'll look at it, and watch a little bit of it.
Well, yeah,
So if I
that,
put all the cows into one, all the woodworking stuff in another, and you're into woodworking, then people who woodwork are going to watch the channel for the woodworking. They're not going to watch it for the cows.
well, that
If
is.
yeah, and they shouldn't be subject to sit through a video that has cows in it if they're interested in watching your woodworking stuff.
I think it depends on your perspective. That certainly is a perspective, and I think it's very valid. Um, However, I also look at how I do things here, and when I think we all look at things through one particular lens. I have a tendency to put playlists on and let them run for hours and hours and hours, days, and even a week long at a time.
Right. So do I. If
The
they're long enough.
If they're long enough, right?
Right.
And there have been people that have done, that I've watched their playlist. I say watched. I've had it running.
Right.
Um,
You ran their playlist.
right. I ran their playlist, but even then, I will go through, and I'm not trying to turn uh, well, how can I say this? I'm not trying to turn a turd into a diamond or something like that. I'm not trying to sugarcoat it. I'm not trying to, I play it because I'm trying to help them get watch hours, but I got other things that I'm doing. So, I mean, believe it or not, I will admit I'm not great at multitasking. You heard me say it. You might as well clip it, Eddie. I know you. I know. All right, I'm not great at least in this
Say
in
it again, Sam.
in this format, in this instance. Now, there are times when my lack of multitasking pays off handsomely, but when it comes to Eddie, you just be quiet. You're making me look stupid by pausing and answering somebody who's they can't hear what it's saying. Uh, okay, well, Chef Stevie
Oh
says,
yeah, be sure keep your camera off, would you please?
let,
I know, I know. I said just be sure you keep it off, would you please?
well, let me read this comment. I was in one of her lives a while back. She also lives in Seattle. One of the women she interviewed was on her panel. Told me that I wasn't welcome on her channel because I'm not. That's I would say that's foolishness. That
Because I'm not African American. There's the end of it.
yeah.
You're
Well,
welcome.
I
I
guess
know he gets ahead of himself.
I do. Well, I mean, the fact is, that's not somebody I would want to be in their channel.
No.
Um,
Well, you know what? Bring that up. It's just like these awards they gave away last Tuesday night. They kind of pissed me off because they excluded anybody with 100,000 subscribers. Well, I was the only one that was in their chats and stuff. So I said, why don't you just say butlers can't aren't involved in it? I mean, it's discrimination any way you look at it. Discrimination is discrimination. I don't care if you put a number on it, you put a color on it, you put a country on it. It doesn't make any difference. If you say so and so's are excluded, that's discrimination.
hey, big
And
boss lady.
those people, and I say those people because I'm not going to name names, but those people that are in that around the hay bale and giving awards for all videos are allowed to be in it except for anybody over 100,000. And there's only one person in there has 100,000. You might as well just say, hey, except for the butlers.
All right. Well, let me let
And
me.
I got pissed about it, and I called Ann Dale and told her.
I know. Let me say this though. You can't blame Kendi K for what one of her hosts did, one of her co-hosts or whatever did. It was, you have to look at each individual. Now, I would say it would have been nice. It would have been nice, and I don't know, I wasn't there, Chef, but it would have been nice to have her come out and say, everybody's welcome here or whatever. I know
Right.
but some people, as sad as it may be, some people, the most important thing to them is the color of your skin. You know, it's to me the most important thing. I don't care about somebody's color of their skin. I care about their character. And
Yeah,
so,
well, just put it down there. Discrimination is a discrimination. And if I was that type of person who discriminated, I wouldn't talk to Eddie because he's a Marine. I thought it was too, Eddie.
well, I understand. You
Well,
know,
that's what I'm saying. And it kind of, and I love Ann Dale dearly. Believe me, I love her dearly. And I called her up and I said, "Do you realize you're discriminating against me?" And she said, "No, I'm not discriminating." I said, "Yes, you are." I said, "You should not even bother mentioning 100,000 subscribers because when you say everybody except for 100,000 subscribers, and I'm the only one in your chat that has 100,000 subscribers, you might as well just say Jerry Butler." I say, the people aren't stupid. They can see that I've got a check mark. What, Eddie? Yeah, I am. Um, I said, you look into the chat and you see I have a check mark next to my name. That means I have 100,000. So if nobody else in there has a check mark, and you're saying everybody's qualified except for anybody who has 100,000, then that just might as well just say Butlers are not allowed in it. And I actually got her flustered, and I said, look, I'm not telling you this to upset you or anything. I just want you to be aware that words you say can hurt.
Today is Sunday. Today's sermon with Butler Family Farms is don't discriminate against me.
Don't discriminate against anyone, not just
I
me.
mean, you should give see. That's just it. A lot of people will go through when somebody comes into their chat, and a lot of times you can't. You don't know anything about them unless you go check out their channel and look at something. On their channel, you don't know what's going on with their channel. But I've been in live. I've been in live streams. Hey, curmudgeon.
Hey, Robert, how are you?
But I've seen people that are just very wary of anybody and everybody.
Yeah.
I've gone in as YouTube police before and said hello, and automatically, boom, I'm blocked.
Yes, Arlene, it's a great Devil Dog Oz.
The
He's down in. He's behind the curtain. You can't see him. Was paid no attention to the guy behind the curtain, or the guy in the basement eating all our M&Ms.
all the M&Ms. That's right.
Hey, Rob, it's good to see you, my friend.
Don't even get me started on M&Ms. Um, no, I got.
But anyways, as we were saying, and Devil Dog, you should be up here too. So, anyways,
No.
when you get dressed, please, then you can come up. But until then,
No.
okay, then don't. So don't come up. But anyways,
I can't hear
okay.
you. Oh, that's why Gary was freaking doing the dadgum walkie-talkie. You dumb biscuit.
he pulled the Devil Dog card out. You taught him good, Eddie. Oh shoot, that's funny. Anyways,
And he didn't realize his voice was being broadcast. So he is up here. He just doesn't realize it.
and you just told him you shouldn't have said anything.
Well, he realized it there. I mean, now I have to keep a watch see if he removes himself. So
Yeah.
he doesn't.
Well,
Because asked person said after the person said people of color. So I asked, what about all shades of brown? And the Asians and Indians weren't welcome. Well, that's just sad.
yeah, that's a channel I would boycott.
Well, I wouldn't. I don't want to go someplace where I'm not welcome, and I think it's sad that people do that. Um, you
Hey,
know,
Gary,
yeah.
you do it all the time, bro.
Well, I don't stay long when I'm told I'm not welcome.
Well, here's the thing. Some people just don't tell you that you're not welcome. they just they just hoping Gary the troll don't show up.
Yeah.
Not a troll.
And sometimes you can be a little bit of a troll, Gary. You may not realize it, but sometimes you can be
I can be what?
a little bit of a troll.
Maybe a
He
troll.
did.
Yeah,
He
you.
did. He did realize it the other day. And he did realize it the other day. He was in a little mood, and he said, "I'm gonna go ahead and leave here because I'm a little bit ornery right now,
Yep.
or something like that."
Yeah. I hope everybody else heard that.
Yeah, I mean, I did say it, and the truth is, I understand it. Well, see, here's the thing: when you're talking about that, this was over at Whistle Stops, Whistle Top Homesteads.
Whistle stop, not whistle top. It's whistle stop.
He, I came in, and his very first statement to me was was antagonistic. He didn't say hello, how you doing, good to see you, anything like this. He came in and he said something about, oh, here we go, the fragile something other, he doesn't.
Gary,
Yes,
don't worry about Ed. You're not a troll.
thank you, I appreciate that. Uh, but I do realize it when I'm feeling a little antagonistic.
Yeah.
So but I wasn't gonna give.
But that's because your mama called you fragile. He was just repeating what your mama said.
But
Yeah.
he should have, yeah, saying and maybe my ego is sometimes a little bit, but I don't know where she got that from, other than she was just trying to protect her son or something. I don't know.
Hello,
Hey,
shades of light.
Good to see you, Meredith Shades Black. But hey, Vernon, good to see you, darling.
Hey,
Um,
Jerry.
hey, Jamie, how you doing this morning?
She she said, hey Jerry," because she'd already
Oh,
talked. She'd already
hey,
talked to you,
Jamie.
Jerry.
It's good to hear you. How you feeling?
The same.
No, I'm sorry. I'm hoping to get better quick.
Well, I have been itching on that cheek, so I think I'm in the process.
Oh, that you done?
Oh,
Yeah,
is it
Okay.
itching? That's good.
yeah. Like one of those itches you can't get to.
Oh God, I hate those.
Yeah, but that's a sign of healing.
Yep.
So
Now, that's a good thing.
It's like under the skin.
yeah,
Goodbye,
like
Rob.
deep down.
Tell Sarah I said hello.
Well, I would say this that when you poke the bear, don't be surprised if the bear gets up growling.
Well, that's kind of true.
So I
Hey,
tend to,
Carol.
I
Give
tend to
us
be.
a tell them you were done.
What are your goals this year, guys? Well, the only goal I have at the moment, oh, I have two goals. I have two goals. One, I have a certain level that I would like to make in income from my job, and that's going to require so many overtime shifts. So, and the reason why I'm doing that is I'm trying to set my high four. Um, yeah, CV trolls people with stickers.
Yep. So what's the other one, Gary? I keep you
Yeah,
on track. What's the other goal?
Jamie, Jamie said that's kind of funny. Simmy's the sticker troll.
Yeah, see if there's a trigger still. So what's the other one? I'm gonna keep you on track. What's the other goal?
The other goal is just to get YouTube police to where it could be monetized. I'm not saying whether it is going to be or what. I probably will, but it's not that the income or anything from it that matters to me. In fact, I will do things a little differently if I do monetize this channel that I did with my main channel, just because I don't really care that much about. Uh, I don't care about income from Belt Loop. I mean, I do use it, I guess, to some degree,
Then you
and
Yeah.
know I know the Z.
I don't use it for me.
All right. So my goal is to get through 2026 alive. That's my first goal, and
Hey,
I think that's an important goal because if I can get through 2026, then any other goals I have are a plus.
there was
Jerry, you're a moron, dude.
I'm sorry,
Mayor Jerry.
me,
Jerry.
Okay,
me. So, and my other goal is I want to see this our channel up to 200,000K.
It came up on your Facebook memory. What? I went on a health scare 2 years ago.
That's not what I said.
What'd you say? It came up on your Facebook.
I don't know. They can hear him, can't they?
That's
yeah,
what I just said.
All
My
right.
health scare was 2 years ago.
let's see. Hang on just a second. Let me.
2 years. I was about to send over your crap.
What is she saying, Eddie?
Quit barking.
No.
Hey Jerry,
Yes, sir.
I want to show off. I want to show off this coffee cup that I got from Jamie.
Yeah.
So I need to go get me a cup of coffee. You mind maintaining the
No,
conversation?
that's fine.
All right.
That's fine.
Um,
Eddie sounds like he's wrestling with Jamie. Is what it sounds like. Like she's trying to give him shots, and he's going, no, no. So I don't know. I don't know. I guess they can hear, right? If he's got the blue box around him, they can hear him, right?
okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get some coffee. Thanks, sweetheart.
So, my other goal is to keep, moving forward on this farm, getting things done on the farm, more better fencing on stuff, cleaning up fence rows, um, just moving forward with the farm. So, but the first goal is to get through 2026. That's the first goal I have. Now, Eddie, what are you doing? Jamie? Oh, she can't hear me. Can you
What?
hear me?
Sorry. Yeah, I walked away
Okay.
from the phone.
Well, Eddie's on his phone?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if he was on the phone. I thought he was on his, the computer and headset and stuff.
No, no, he's on his phone. He had to get his
He had to get what?
food.
Oh,
Lasagna.
lasagna for breakfast?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
I guess
lunch.
I guess it is lunchtime, huh? It's noon.
Yeah. But what were you saying?
I was just saying that I was asking what Eddie's goals was for 2026. So I'm just not rambling myself.
Oh, okay. He's freaking out because his game started.
Oh my gosh, turn it on! I got it turned on.
Well, he's
They just
going
did
to his kennel.
they just
He's
did
gonna
the.
switch over. No, I'm trying to give you your phone.
I want my phone.
I'm not going to say anything, Eddie, but you should probably hurry up and get on TV.
He is. He's doing it right now.
I'm going to keep my mouth shut, Eddie. I'm not going to say nothing this time. I accidentally spill the beans
Get off
sometimes to
my
him.
phone. Yeah, get off my phone. Hang that up.
I'm not going to say nothing. Don't hang it up.
So,
Yes,
Jerry,
yes, ma'am.
my chicken coops are being moved today.
I'm right.
So I just ordered some silkies.
Okay.
Just to have them. I mean, I know they're just kind of worthless. They're just
Did you
pets.
get a better price on them?
Yeah, I went through Ideal Poultry.
Okay. Susan's got her your top coop all done, all cleaned out, ready to go. Your coop, chicken coop. Yeah, well, Susan's got her chicken coop all set out, ready to go. So now we just have to get chickens and.
Come on, come on, AJ. Come on.
Hi,
Horse
Sunny.
pellets in there.
Come on,
Okay.
AJ.
And and Susan doesn't know this yet, but I'm going to order her a trio of Icelandic birds.
She's right behind you.
I know she is.
Okay.
Well, the hatchery that I use that's close to us,
Yeah.
they were almost sold out until May. So I was like, okay, let me order them today because they can stay in my brooder for a couple months because they're so little.
Yeah. She's out with the chickens.
I'm out on the porch and this one lays her egg up like down by the house, but it's like in my flower bed. And I'm just
Oh,
like, whatever. So yeah, Nathan's gonna come later today and move my chicken coops
that's good.
so I can get that one. It has some water damage that we didn't know about. So we have to replace a couple things on it. But
Couple of sheets of plywood or something.
yeah.
Yeah, I'd say Eddie should get out there and do it. We already know about how Eddie is about getting stuff done there. So
Well,
he'd do it if I was
he's
there.
been doing pretty good since the weather's pretty.
Yeah,
He's got the burn pile. He's got the whole corner cleared out.
he's good at burning stuff. I seen that.
Yeah, that's completely done. So Nathan's bringing the tractor with the whatever on it to lift those coops up and move them. And then we just have to replace like around the back door that you open to clean out
Yeah.
the bottom board, and then we're probably going to redo the flooring. But yeah, I just need to get over this stuff. Because it's hard to be outside with the wind and all that. I have to wear sunglasses like constantly.
What does CV mean by my vote is to get some Yanks? Yank. I don't.
Yeah.
Oh, yaks. Yaks. Oh, those are from Alaska. You don't want a yak. Where you gonna? You don't have a place big enough for a yak. CV.
That would be cool to have one, though.
Yeah, but they stink.
I don't.
Yaks are very smelly.
It'd be. You saw my coffee cup, right?
Yep.
This is.
Should have done what you should have done is put the coffee cup there, and then got the coffee and poured it in the cup so you can see it changing slowly.
We have a video of it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, go watch this video that Eddie has of a cup changing.
Yeah, I think it might be Simon's cup. I can't remember, but it's one of the
don't
first
worry, don't
ones I
watch it.
made.
Then it's Simon's. We don't want to. Don't watch it.
Come on.
I think it's Simon's. I'm not sure. It's one of the first ones I did.
Come on, Nikki. Come on, baby girl.
Yeah, Taco's a little tilted on that one, I think. So so you can watch it. See tilted Taco.
Yep.
Anyways,
I got your sister's shirt in. I'm gonna make it today and mail it out.
Oh, did she send you money?
Yes, we've been emailing.
Okay.
I had to order it because I didn't have any pink ones in stock.
Well, Susan and I were talking this morning, and we're gonna. This is the belt loop shirt. See,
That's awesome.
and I like the material. I like the weight of this material versus that lightweight material that I got on Eddie's shirt. So we're gonna go and buy some shirts with this type of material, and we're gonna in lighter color, and we're gonna send them to you. And
try to get like the 50/50.
The 50/50s?
Yeah, like the polyester cotton.
Okay. I don't know what this is, but this may be 100% cotton. I don't know. But anyways, I like this heavyweight material, and we're going to send some shirts to you, have you put logos on them to send to the kids.
Okay.
So, because I have no shirts to give anybody. If anybody says, "Oh, I like one of your shirts," I go, "Well, life's rough because I don't have any." Go order one for Jamie.
Yeah, she sent me money. She ordered it, and then I just ordered the T-shirt. She needed me to send her a request because she didn't know how to do it. Just send in the money.
She's not. Yeah, she's not. Familiar
so
with
we did that.
She was telling me. She came on one day, called me one day. She said, "How do you send a super chat?" And I said, "Well, you just go on there and click the button, and it's going to ask you for a credit card if you have never entered one." Really? Is that easy? I said, "Yeah." And she's, "Oh," I said, "Why? Are you going to send me a super chat?" She goes, "No, I just wanted to know."
That's funny.
I said, "Oh, okay, thanks." So that's my sister, the way she's funny. She is funny as heck. In fact, the other day when I called her, after I talked to you, I called her, and she answered the phone, and I said, "Hey, can I talk to you?" She goes, "Can I call you back? I'm at the casino." So I said, "Okay, win some money for me." So later that evening, she calls me back, and I said, "Well, did you win?" She goes, "No, I started losing, so I left."
That's funny.
So up in Washington, there's casinos. They're all, I wouldn't say like all over the place, but they're not like here, Missouri. They have to be on Indian land or on water.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
I got chickens laying like crazy. Y'all hear them?
It's nice. Nice you have chickens laying. We had to go to Jan's to get eggs. All right, come on, Gary, start talking again.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm just not trying to interrupt y'all. That promotion seems to be working really well. I mean, it's going to go for a whole month, so I can only imagine that it's going to get me over the 1,000.
Oh yeah, I predict that you'll be over 1,000 by the 15th.
That's going to be interesting to see. It really is. If I didn't, well, it would have been nice if I'd have done that from the beginning.
Well, beginning of the month, you mean, or beginning of what? Of the video?
Because they didn't. As far as I know, I don't remember them having promotions when I started.
They had promotions. I was going to talk about this last night, but I got sidetracked and forgot. They had promotions way back when, but it was in a beta form.
Yeah.
And when it came up, it was a minimum of $250.
Okay.
You could not change that dollar amount. and the dollar amount wasn't changeable, and the dates was not changeable. It was $250 minimum, and it was for the 15-day period that they had. You had no, you couldn't change it, you couldn't do any of that stuff. So I just opt out of it because I thought, well, no, if I can't change what I want to, what how long I want to run it for, or how much I want to spend, at that time, $250 would have been like four months of YouTube money, if even then. So that's why I said I only use no more than half of the money I actually bring in from YouTube.
Well,
Try not to use more than half.
and I don't know. It's saying though it was, according to what I just looked it up on Google, and according to this, they were doing promotions, and that maybe I didn't. Hang on, let me. When did YouTube start offering promotions for videos? I should have said for content creators. And see when it, because that says mid 2007. Now I think they have done a lot of, because I don't remember seeing it when I first started doing this.
Well, you had to look for it, I guess.
Yeah, it could be.
But I know I looked at it way back, like right after I got monetized, I looked at it. And I said, "What's this?" Because it was not much talked about. It was there, but if you didn't know what it was, there wasn't really a lot of people who've done it or was doing it, and maybe the bigger channels were doing it because they were making enough more money than they could do it. But I clicked on it and I looked at it one time and said it was $250 minimum. I'm like, I'm not paying $250 for something I don't have no clue on what it does or how it works or any of that stuff. So like I said, the first one I did was $70 worth. And actually it was $50 I started off at. Then midway through it, Susan said, well, I was getting so many getting subs. She goes, why don't you just bump that to 70? So I did.
Well, it makes you wonder how. I mean, I know that there was a big explosion in 2020 of gardening channels, what have you.
Right.
But it does make you wonder how many of these channels, these huge channels, were some of them that used promotions from the get-go.
Oh, I'm sure a lot of them were. They just don't want to tell you they were, because think about it. It's to grow from 4,000 or 5,000 subscribers to say 1 million subscribers in 5 years. That's a lot. That's a lot of growth.
Yeah.
And we have a friend, Linda from Another Time. You know who she is, right?
Say it again now.
Linda from Another Time.
Sounds like a soap opera.
Well, Another Time is her channel. Another Time is her. She's she's more of a friend of mine in Jan's.
Okay.
But I told Jan about promotions, and Jan told Linda about it. Well, Linda has been, like I called the other day, she's been getting 1,000 subscribers a day.
Wow.
But I called her and said, how much are you doing? And she said, well, she did $200 in the month, which is, that $200 is a lot, and it's more than what she's making, but she says she has the extra money. She can do that, which is, it's her money, but she can do whatever she wants. But,
I just said, hey to Lucy.
Okay. But she also has she did have 182,000 subscribers now, but she's growing 1,000 a day by doing promotions. And she was advertising. I asked her what country she's doing. She said all the countries that she knows has English in.
What's up, Tim?
Hey, Tim.
Well, at some point I may do something like that. I don't know.
Well, I'm all for whatever you want to do, but I don't. What I say is don't spend more than what you can afford.
Well, that's just it. I tend to be very parsimonious to begin with. So, at least don't get me wrong, I don't mind spending money or giving it away or whatever. I don't tend to be somebody who, for example, when I decided to buy an Xbox, I spent whatever it took to get what I wanted.
Right.
But deciding to whether or not to get one because of the fact that it wasn't exactly cheap to do all that, I pondered and and thought about, and it was a long time between my thinking about it when I started thinking about it to the fact I actually did it. And it's very possible I could have even said no, it's not something I care that much about.
Well,
What
just the
ain't?
other day, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Eddie.
Nope.
Okay.
I
Well,
didn't, I didn't know you were getting ready to talk, Eddie.
well, it's
We need
because
to get we need to get Eddie a light bulb so he can push the button and the light bulb will come on. Everybody knows he's getting ready to talk.
that would be nice.
But the other day, Susan and I were talking. I have a brush hog, and you know what a brush hog is, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
And okay, I know Eddie does. Well, I have a brush hog that's a 5 foot brush hog. Well, I put that behind my tractor. My tractor's now 7 feet wide. I brush hog. If I'm going to go brush hog, say at my big hayfield, which is 25 acres, it takes me 8 hours to brush that hog that at 5 foot at a time. So Susan and I have been talking about investing money on another brush hog, a batwing. Get it, Gary? Batwing.
I do, and I
Okay.
appreciate the reference.
And and so I yesterday when I was up there, or not yesterday, Friday was up there making an appointment for my tractor to go in and get repaired. I stopped in and said, "Hey, what do you got for a lightweight brush hog? Because I don't need anything to cut down trees or big old brushes and stuff like that. I just need to cut the pastures." They said, "Well, we have a medium weight one, but we won't have any of those until July, and they're $24,000." And I just thought, like, okay, something I pay $24,000 for. I use it maybe once a year, maybe twice a year if I'm lucky. And this game, that's gonna take me 24 years to make my money off of anything. It's gonna rust out before I've accomplished anything. So I went over, I called a friend of mine and said he had just bought one. And he's using it a lot. And I said, "Hey, would you rent yours to me for the weekend?" "Well, I'm not really sure I really want to rent it." And I said, "Well, I want to cut my hay fields. I want to cut the sagebrush on the hay fields. I want to cut, the tall blue stem I have out in the field, the one field." And I said, "I just can't see spending the fuel because 8 hours of fuel is a lot of money on that tractor because it's not a small tractor. It's a 110 horsepower tractor.
Yeah,
Then if I could rent this, I said if I rent your brush hog, I can do it in a third of the time it normally takes because it's 15 foot." And he him hawed about it. I said, "Okay, that's fine." I mean, he goes, "Let me think about it." I said, "Okay, fine." Well, I came home and my neighbor across the street, who's a big farmer, big farmer. He farms like 12,000 acres. He has a bunch of big tractors and all that stuff. I used to work for him years back. I went over and I said, "Hey," to his son, because his son's running the thing now. I said, "Hey, I'm going to have my tractor be taken up to the shop to be fixed." I said, "If I have to put hay out for the cows, can I borrow your tractor?" He said, "Oh, sure, Jerry. You know wherever it is. You get what you want." And I said, "Well, now that I mention it, would your dad rent me out his brush hog? He's got a big, I don't know, it's probably 18-foot brush hog. He's got a
wow.
big brush hog." He said, what are you doing?" I said, "I just want to cut my pastures." He said, "Oh, just take it." I said, "No, I want to pay rent for it." So I think, because no, just, you know how to hook it up. You've used it before. You just hook it up, go take it up over and just do your thing. And I said, "Well, I appreciate that." He said, "Yeah." I said, "But I won't be able to do it until I get my tractor back because I want my tractor fixed, everything, before I go out there and keep driving it because I have a thermostat problem, not thermostat problem, a sending unit problem." And so I want that sending unit fixed before I go ahead and go out there and drive out there for 4 or 5 hours pulling this brush hog. He said, "No problem." He goes, "You know where it's at." He said, Just be sure you have Robert help you because it's got a PTO shaft on. It's humongous, and it's heavy. And I'm
Yeah,
not to picking stuff up. And, so you just be sure you have somebody help you picking that up. If, you shouldn't be picking up on your own. Be sure you get somebody to help you pick it up." I said, "Okay, I understand that." He said, "So, but you know where it is. You can come hook up to it anytime and just take off with it. We're not going to worry about it. We know where you live. You're right across the street from us." So
yeah,
anyway,
Great.
that to me is, I use it maybe once a year, if that. So we back to what we were saying. We were saying, is it really worth spending $24,000, which means we have to put it on a payment plan, because I don't have $24,000 sitting around.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah. So we have to put on a payment plan, or do we just, borrow rent from the neighbor? And the neighbor I have is nice. I watch his place in the evening and stuff. I'm sure that nobody's over there stealing stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like the off farm guard. I watch what's going on over there. Be sure that because he's had tractors stolen and before I was even around, he had a bunch of stuff stolen. But anyways,
By the way, I got a question. I've never done farming, that type of thing. When you bale hay, is that does it have to be cut first and then?
yeah,
Okay, I just didn't know if you could cut it while you were baling it.
no, it's cut, rake, and bale. You cut it, and if you have depends on how you cut it. If you have there's different ways. There's mowers that have conditioners on them. There's mowers that don't have conditioners on them. A conditioner is where the hay goes through these two wheels and it crimps it, so it breaks the outer shell of the grass,
Yeah,
so it can dry faster.
okay,
And then so you cut it, you let it lay for a while, you rake it into a windrow, and then you bale it.
okay,
And when you bale hay, you have to be sure you're baling it under, I think it's under 15% moisture.
okay.
Because if you cut it right away and you bale it right away, your bales will catch on fire.
I've heard that, and that's why you got to leave it fallow or leave it lay to dry out.
Right. So you leave it laying dry out enough and I can tell by picking it up and twisting it, and I can tell if it's crunchy by a certain way to twist it, and then you can bale it.
Okay,
And then then you bale it up, and they say you should leave it sit in the field for at least 1 or 2 days.
yeah,
And what I do is I'll depending on what time it is, how much time we have. It may sit in there for a day or two. Then I get it off the grass, because the longer it sits on the grass dies underneath it, and you have a dead spot. And it takes a while for that grass to regenerate.
that makes sense.
So I haul it all off. I put it in a holding area for a couple of days, and then I'll put it in the barn, because you don't want to put hay that could get hot in a barn,
Right,
because
because
you'll burn your barn down.
I expect that fire would burn a long time too.
Yes, it does, because that hay it's like a it's like a log. It gets going inside, and it burns inside. And it takes a long time for it to put out, and a lot of water to try to put them out.
Yeah, I could see that.
So yeah, that's how it works.
Okay.
That's why you have a mower, you have a rake, and then your baler.
I got to figuring I'm going to need this year. I would like to have about 156 overtime shifts. So
That's a lot of overtime.
it is, but that's only 3 a week.
That's
But
still a lot of overtime, Gary.
well, if I work, I mean, I already work 6 days a week. That's with one overtime shift, so that's really just 2 doubles a week. You know,
Yeah.
if and that's
All,
not
and I've told you this before. All work and no play is going to make your life short.
well. I don't think doing that for 2 years, in 2 or 3 years would shorten my lifespan.
You've been doing it now for over a year.
Well, since April, the second or third week of April, 2023, I've been working at least 64 hours a week.
Well, so see there's 2 years
That's
right there.
almost 3 years. Almost 3 years.
Yeah, almost 3 years. Right.
Technically,
Uh,
I could probably get away with just doing it 2 more years. 'Cause-
Gracie ate my food and took off.
You're kidding.
Uh-uh.
So you didn't get any of it?
I had lasagna. Well, yeah, I got it, but
Oh,
what I'm saying is I had lasagna on a paper plate and I ate my lasagna and then I left her some and I put the paper because she was right here bugging me, like right at my feet and everything else. And I put the paper plate in the floor. She finished it off and then she was gone. She left. No more at my feet or in here or anything else. She got her belly full and took off to Jamie or whoever.
yeah. Well, you just wait till this afternoon after feeding her lasagna, and she comes in there, starts farting in there. You're gonna be sorry.
It ain't beans. Dadgum.
No, but lasagna though, it's gonna do it. I guarantee it.
Jamie said it's she's eating now.
Oh, Jamie's here. Jamie says what?
She said, Eddie, it's because I'm eating now, Eddie.
Oh, that's why.
Okay. She went from my plate to Jamie's.
Yeah, she going to get all her stops in where people are eating. And no, but
Texans are losing.
I'll buy a point,
Which-
and it's only the
which-
first quarter.
Hey, it don't really matter. I don't care. I hope they lose.
What? No.
Yeah, we've already made the playoffs. We ain't got nothing to prove. We'll have lower seating, so an easy a better and the way it is, we'd have. I think we play Pittsburgh or Baltimore if we we play Jacksonville or New England. I think if we lose this game, if we win this game, we got to play Pittsburgh or Baltimore.
Hey,
I think.
Who's that? Quarterback for the Colts? Some young
He's
kid.
their back. He's their backup or something.
What happened to Rivers?
That was the first time. I don't know. I guess they figured out that he could. Hey, Susan.
hey, Susan.
They can't.
Oh,
she
can't hear
you.
us.
I got this, but she said
can't
this
hear
is
us.
yelling, hey, Eddie's down here.
Oh, hiding.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
that was a pass. It was like 66 yards that made that touchdown.
oh,
Right.
you're not in the basement. I'm looking in the basement. You're not there.
Who's not?
Auburn Sports Forum.
Nope, he's not in
No,
the basement.
He's not in the basement.
He's at the wrong live if he is.
He's at somebody else's live, in somebody else's basement.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it right now, Maya. You're not in the basement. I would bring you up if you were. No, but well, good luck to Eddie and the Texans. However, he wants that to go.
Well, I mean,
You know what? I'm gonna tell you something about Eddie. I love Eddie dearly, but let me tell you, he is always saying. I think he's trying to use reverse psychology on them. He's always going, "Oh, they're terrible. They're terrible. They're gonna lose. They're terrible." And I keep saying, "No, they're gonna win," and they win. So either I'm 100% correct, or he's just using reverse psychology and trying to think, or doesn't want to look upset if they lose. But there's been a lot of games he calls me and says, "Oh, they're losing. I said, "I'm watching it. They're not. They're only down by a point or down by 3 points. They come back and win it in the end." And I said, "I told you you're going to win it." And he goes, "Oh, they got lucky. They're terrible." And so I think he's doing reverse psychology.
Maya, if you want to come up, you're welcome to. The link's up above.
Yeah, Maya.
Yeah, Maya,
We'd love to have you up here.
come in the right chat.
No, we wouldn't. Gary may, not me, Maya.
Well, I would.
I don't care one way or the other.
I know.
Maya, you don't have to come up here if you don't want to, Maya. Please, Maya, don't come up here.
See,
Because then
Eddie's
I'd
trying
have
to use
to look
reverse psychology on him too.
Because then I have to look at Gary's face and your face, Maya.
See, he didn't say anything about my beautiful face. He must like it.
There we go. Let's see here. Hey, Lucy.
Hello.
How you doing?
Doing good. How are you?
Doing all right. I'm going to bring you up for a little bit. Hang on just a second. We got Maya as well. And I got to straighten this out.
Hey.
Hey,
Hello.
Hang on. Let me see if I can't get this worked out.
Okay. I was on my phone, and then Eddie doesn't realize that some people aren't perfect like him.
Let's see. Well, I don't know what to tell you about being perfect and what have you. But by the way, Lucy, I looked on that thing. I couldn't find anything. I know you added me as a managing mod. I could not find that individual. I couldn't get the chat to come up. So I could not, find him to ban him. Sorry.
That's because I had already had to ban him for about the 8th time on there already. So
Okay.
when I did that last time, it removed his comments.
All right. For some reason, we just lost Maya. There he is.
Yep, there I am.
Having issues with your internet today?
No, actually, I don't know what just happened. I have no clue. But no, my internet's fine.
Thank you for coming, Tommy Russell.
Yeah, I was on the phone. That's what I was trying to get up here on the phone, but it didn't. It didn't work as well.
Okay. By the way, your channel's been growing by leaps and bounds. What are you up to now?
It was like 290 followers in like a week, and then 100. I'm up to 1,000 watch hours already.
Sweet, man.
Yep.
That would be. I wish I could get those kind of numbers, but I never will though because my content's not as well followed or I'm just I just do what I do.
Yep. So, but yeah, it's fun, and it's a topic I like, and we get to talk a lot. So,
You know. Well, you've been building following though for a long time, just based on your conversation and interaction with people about Auburn.
oh yeah, absolutely.
And
But it's fun. Like I said, I've been on the TikTok side for about 3 months, but I came over did the YouTube thing because of you and wherever he's at, he's not on here anymore.
no, he's on here. He just no, he's not, is he?
No,
Yeah,
he's not.
he's in the chat though.
Okay.
He saw me come up and he got down.
Yeah. Oh.
No, he's getting involved in the game. He says.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, honestly, I was surprised he even came up with the game being on.
Well, I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer or anything. I normally not, but if Eddie's listening, Houston sucks.
Right, he'll agree. He'd agree with you. He would actually agree with you. That's that problem. He being a fan of on there, he doesn't want to root for him because he doesn't want to be let down. So instead of for him to be surprised, but say they're going to lose, then he's
They're
surprised.
playing a good team today, so
Who's he playing?
The Colts, they're not that good.
the Colts.
Or the Colts? I mean, I hadn't been following.
Well, ever since their quarterback got hurt, they've gone a little bit down, but they're 8-8. They're all right. Houston's 11-5. I mean,
Yeah.
Houston's better, but
is their
Yeah.
quarterback expected back this
Record's better. And they got this new rookie quarterback, who's the fourth string quarterback. They lost their quarterback, and I guess they lost both quarterbacks, and they hired Rivers, which was a mistake.
Mhm.
He's an old man; he shouldn't be out there.
Well-
They put this new fourth string quarterback in, young kid, just basically out of college.
Yeah, he came from Notre Dame, Riley Leonard.
Was he the starter at the beginning of the season?
No,
Who-
they got Daniel Jones from New York, and he just went off. He was doing amazing things, and then he got hurt.
Okay, is he out for the rest of the season? He missed the playoffs.
Yeah, I think he's out for the season.
Rivers not even suited up, so he must have got hurt too.
Okay.
Yep, because some other guy's in. I don't even know who that guy is. Holy moly!
The young kid.
That's good for Eddie, though. Good job, Eddie. Your team's going to win, though.
Well, he always pulls for the Texans. So,
Well, he won't say that publicly. He just says that they're a crappy team, all that. But deep down inside, we know where he's pulling for him.
fan comes from fanatic, and Eddie's as big a fanatic as you're going to find when it comes to the Texans. So,
Absolutely.
It's just like some Dallas Cowboys fans tend to be rather fanatical as well, and
it must be a Texan thing.
Could be. God bless Texas. Hey, I like Texas.
Yeah, if Eddie pushes me too hard, I'll show that sign he held up when I went and visited him. I took a picture of it.
Yeah.
Maya's really good with the AI stuff. He's been studying on it, what have you, and it's something I'm interested in. I may have to go through and do something similar.
So, Maya, are you the one that did the song for us?
I am. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
It's pretty good, except for my face changed.
Yeah, it does a little bit. Yeah, you can't control like a whole lot of that. I mean, especially when you're from a different angle. AI doesn't do very well with like you turn your head like this.
Yeah,
it's like I have a video I did not put on there, but Gary is sitting like where you can see the right side of his face, and he turns to the camera and he looks at you over here, and his whole entire face changes.
Well, now
Oh,
you're
really?
gonna make me ask you a question.
So
It's gonna.
What's the
I don't
question?
think you know it yet, but I'm fixing to have help working on my house in about another week.
Uh-huh.
And are you able to create thumbnails?
absolutely.
Do you want to go through and tell her how to create a thumbnail from well, I guess you could do that on just on Chat GPT, couldn't you?
Yeah, ChatGPT thumbnails are extremely easy. You just have to kind of know the words, just kind of add some descriptive words. But I mean, the thumbnails are a good thing to start with, to be honest with you. If you get on ChatGPT, it'll bring you up to like a search prompt, and those are actually prompt lines. They're threads, but I won't get into all that. But if you just want to just title one thumbnails for my YouTube channel named such and such. And then after you do that, then there's a little button, a little plus sign. Hit the plus sign, and it says create image. Click on create image, and then explain in detail, like make me my YouTube channel is about this, and this. I want you to make me a thumbnail for my YouTube videos, and I want it to be like stunning, or you want it to be just describe how you want it to be. If you want it to be black and white, or dull, or stunning, or eye popping, or whatever, use descriptive words, and then just tell it, that, and then it will make you a thumbnail. If you want your face to be on it, then add two images. You'll add basically on the line. You hit the plus button. It'll say upload an image of your face, and then hit the plus sign again, and then say create image, and then do the descriptive thing again and say, and it includes my face, and it'll give you, and you hit enter and wait about a minute, and it'll create you a thumbnail. Also, in that whole sequence, what you can do is what I choose to do, and I think it's better, is make the thumbnail right and tell it to leave you space for your episode title, and it will do that. That way you don't have to go back and make a thumbnail every single time. You can just add the text to the thumbnail, in a different service, and it just makes it 10 times easier. It makes your thumbnail look exactly the same every time, because if you go back and say, hey, you make a same thumbnail for a different episode every time, your thumbnail will change a little bit. So make one thumbnail and tell it to be descriptive, and then tell it to leave a spot for your episode name, and then it'll leave a spot for that. And then at that point, you can just go to any service, and I can't even pronounce the name of it, but it's Bazart. It's a free app, and you can basically upload that thumbnail in there and then add text to it.
So
It's
did you make the animation with the chat with the AI?
Yeah, I made the images with Chat GPT, and then I uploaded them into an AI program and animated it and
Is
told
that
the
a paid
animation what to do.
program?
Huh?
Is that a paid program?
It's a paid program,
Yeah,
yes.
that's what I thought.
And basically, it asks for a prompt for me. I mean, I could have made y'all do anything. I could have made you walk a dog or walk down. I mean, anything. The prompt tells it what to do.
Well, because the reason I asked that, I tried to. I've got another song that I was trying to do something like that too,
Oh yeah,
and it wouldn't let me do it because I don't have the pay. I didn't have a paid program. It kept coming up and say, "Well, you need to take it to a graphic artist person, to do your." Because I said I wanted
no.
a cartoon of it. And it said it came up and said you can't. I can't do the cartoon. You got to take it to a graphic artist to have your cartoon made. All I can do is give you a storyline.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you right now, if you want to practice with it, the cheapest way to do it is ChatGPT is free. Now, I
Right.
will tell you, if you do the ChatGPT thing, in the free version, you're going to be very limited on how many pictures you can make. It goes by
Yeah.
timing, not by quantity. So,
Yeah, that's why I was trying to use the free program, that free
yeah.
Chat PTT.
But I will also tell you the animation side. Now, this isn't expensive. You can go to Kling AI, which Kling is the program that is the top of the line program that they use for AI to animate stuff, to make these videos you've seen on social media where they have the monkeys talking like humans and stuff like that. That's Kling AI. Anyway, if you go to their websites, kling.ai, their basic service, which would get you many animations, you probably could animate 30 or 40 times. is only $6.99 a month.
Oh, that's not bad.
Hey,
So
Sharon.
it's not that expensive. And there's other services as well, but I'm saying that's a good starter place to do the animation stuff.
Yeah, maybe I'll check that out because I've got a song that Tim made me a song. Tim Mitchell on here, him and Stevie made me a song, and Susan and I like it, but we didn't want it to be like our other videos. We wanted our other song. We wanted it to be cartoonish type thing.
Hey, let me show y'all something real quick. I'd show y'all something I did with Chat GPT. Hang on, let me stretch it a little bit. See this little video or this picture I took I got of Nikki? I actually got Chat GPT to pull that up, and I asked it, "Can you take this picture and create an extrapolation of Nikki, and then provide a picture with the view from the front?" And this is what they came up with. It's pretty close.
Wrong color.
Well, the color's off a little bit, depending on the lighting, but it's not black. It is brown. It's just brown in the shade. So I just thought that was kind of cool from a perspective of what it can do.
It's endless. It's endless what it can do. I mean, I've gone down rabbit holes, and it's a lot of fun because it gets really stupid really quick.
I think it's in the App Store as an app, but I had to get rid of it a while back, so.
What's that? AI? Have you been playing with AI, Lucy?
I did for a while.
Let's see. I just wanted to say thanks for coming in, and good to see you, Sherry.
Are you working today?
Yeah, I got to work. In fact, I'm probably going to leave here in about 17 minutes to go get ready for work. Maybe a little bit before, maybe a little bit later. I just, at the moment I've got, I do have to work today, and I don't work a double until Tuesday. I'm doing doubles on Tuesday and Thursday, and then I'll work an overtime shift on my shift on Friday. So.
Hey, Maya, tell me that web page again for that AI.
Kling, KLING.ai.
And that's a web page, not an app, right?
That's a web page, yes, and you do have to pay for it, but it starts really cheap, $6.99, I believe. $6.99, $7.99, something like that, and then it goes up from there. But the only other thing I was going to tell y'all about ChatGPT that will get you ahead of the game faster than what I had to figure it out. When you go into ChatGPT, understand that first little line you see, when you type something into that, it makes a thread. And then if you keep that thread as that same theme, like for instance, Jerry goes in there and says Butler Family Farm, and then you tell it everything you want to know about Butler Family Farm, or you can tell it to search YouTube, and it can learn about Butler Family Farm. Anyway, make that thread only about every question you ask beyond that point, because you'll explain it to it. You'll tell it what Butler Family Farm is in detail, or you'll tell it to search it. It'll find out in detail. Then you ask ChatGPT, do you understand? When you ask that question, it will then give you a long thing of everything it understands. Then you read all of that, see if it's all correct. If it's not correct, tell it what to add, get all of that correctly, and then that thread is set, that theme, as long as you don't change it. Okay. So you can tell it to do anything with Butler Family Farm. And if you're going to go in there and talk about Devil Dog's channel, when you look over to the left side of ChatGPT, there's going to be a little thing over there. You'll see the Butler Family Farm thing. Above it, it'll say new topic. Click on that and start Devil Dogs there. Do not start it in the Butler Family Farm thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I try to use chat, but I wanted to do voice. I wanted to tell it instead of typing it.
Yeah.
And you only have like 5 minutes or 20 minutes before it ended. And it ends right in the middle, right when you get involved in it, it ended. Absolutely. And I was like, crap, yep, you're done. Your time limits for chat is done today. Like,
yeah, crap. Absolutely. Yeah, it goes by. That's the thing that's crazy about ChatGPT. Everything it does goes by timing, not by quantity.
Yeah.
So
does having a paid account with them change how much time it goes?
Oh, absolutely. I've gone days with making the images, and it finally did it. I'm probably made 1,000 images, and it finally said, okay, chill for an hour. And then you come back after an hour, and it says, okay, you have another 120 images you can make, and then you make another 120. And if you don't make them fast, then it never gives you another warning or whatever.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
thanks
Now,
for the information. You gives me something else to play with.
And Jerry, to be honest with you, if you have any questions, I will be glad to. I mean, help you out with it. I have no issue with
Okay.
it.
All right.
being that I do different things on my channel, because not every time I'm going to be working on the same thing,
Yep.
will you be able to help create some thumbnails?
Yeah, that's what the. Are you talking about on ChatGPT?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. If it's several different things, I guess that's kind of what I was mentioning about the threads. You just want to make each thread about every single different thing.
Because,
yeah.
like I said, I do not have that app anymore. Because,
Oh, I got you.
Well, Lucy, what I would suggest is just go and go to Chat GPT online and start a conversation with it. I like arguing with Chat GPT from time to time, but you can just go to there and tell it, make me a thumbnail for this channel about this, and then it will do that. So
I'll tell
um,
you another thing I like to use ChatGPT for, and it's very basic. This is the most basic thing on the planet. You can tell it, and I know this is kind of because it seems to matter, but on YouTube descriptions, like those can get kind of long, but at the same time, they're very descriptive. If you tell ChatGPT what your episode's about, it'll make you an amazing description for your YouTube page, for your YouTube episode.
sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I use it all the time. I tell exactly what my episode is about, what I was talking about. I do it under my Auburn Sports Forum thread, so it knows exactly what the topic I'm talking about. I just kind of tell it and very quickly what I'm talking about, just commas between the different subjects, and then it just makes me an amazing, description.
That gives me a great idea. Because I'm always, uh, I am always, you know, baffled by whether or not one video receives 10 views or it receives 50 or 1,000. And I think sometimes it's a lot about the titling. I'm thinking that you could go through and put in like the URL to Chat GPT and ask it to create a title for that would have more universal appeal, or that would I think that would work.
Say that one more time. What was it? Say what was that last part about going to a URL?
Hey Felicia, um, I'm thinking that you could go through and some of your old videos, um, and I don't know if it would work or not. It's worth looking into. Uh, find what the URL for that video is, put it into Chat GPT, and ask it to create a title that would have better appeal. Um,
You don't even have to go that far. I mean, it will do that, but I'm just saying you can just tell it what it's about, and then after it makes a description or whatever, ask it what the best SEO is, SEO hashtags and topics for that video and that the stuff that you told it that you talked about, and it
yeah,
will literally spit it out for you.
but
okay.
can you do that without having to download as an app?
Yes,
Yep.
yes, you can. I mean, all you do is go to that web page.
Well, she's on her phone. She's talking about doing it on her phone.
Oh, I don't
Yeah,
know.
you have to do. I mean, it's a lot more complex if you don't download the app on a phone.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's easy if you have the app.
I did.
So I won't be able to do thumbnails.
Well, I would think if you do the app, then turn around and do it on the phone, then download the thumbnail to put up on the video.
No, that's all I'm using is my phone. I don't have anything else to use.
Okay.
But I'll tell you, Gary. Also, you talking about URLs? I tried this the other day. If you know of a website that has you're trying to get some information off of it, or it's a topic idea, or you want a topic idea off of some website that's based in like the it's themed a certain way or whatever the case may be. If there's a website you like and you want some ideas to take from it to make YouTube videos, whatever, you can post the URL into ChatGPT and say, give me 10 ideas from this website, or write me a entire breakdown of this website or whatever, and it will do anything you ask it to do for that website.
Okay. I used to know how to go into and look at the code for any given uh, video
Mm-hmm.
and find out what tags they're using. Canva is Felicia. Canva is a website that does at least She said Canva question mark. I'm assuming she's asking what Canva is. I could be wrong. Canva is a website that has editing capability. It has thumbnail capability. You can modify pictures. There is a
But
paid version and a free version.
right, but according to Ralph, if you use Canva, everything you make in Canva, Canva owns, and they can use it in any way they
That's
want it
why I
to.
was telling everybody to use that other one that I was talking about.
Right, because Canva, if you use Canva, no matter what it is, they own the right of that picture or whatever it is, and they can use it in any way they feel for they want to.
Well,
That's one of the things in Canva that since they've been bought out or like that, they tell you that they own the rights of everything you create, and they can do whatever they want with it.
well, also, didn't he say though that you could download a program that initially you have to sign in to verify account or whatever, but then turn around and use and do it completely on your computer.
Yeah,
So
that's what he's talking about on Saturday. But I'm just saying that according to what Ralph was saying, Canva now, if you make a thumbnail in Canva, they can use that. They can use that thumbnail any place they want, any advertisement or anything they want.
Well, here's the beautiful thing about ChatGPT. If you tell it's a thumbnail to YouTube, it'll make it the exact size you need, so you don't have to do anything to it.
Right.
okay, let's see. Arlene, let's see. It's a graphic design program. What do you recommend instead of Canva? Um, is that for thumbnails or what? What was please define the question a little bit better, Felicia.
Well, I would say email Ralph at Webb's Web and ask him. Have him tell you what he thinks, because he's the one that is really. I mean, he's a guru in all this stuff.
Right.
I call him all the time if I have a question about something. And I've started using DaVinci for my editing programs, and I use it to make my thumbnails on the video that I'm making.
Now that's what I was. Since I'm not able to the thumbnails with GPT, I'm gonna have to find somebody to create a thumbnail for some of my videos.
Well, Lucy, I would say, uh, um, I know it may be. Well, I don't know. You can access. I know you can access apps and that type of thing. I'm just trying to think along the because I know that it's. I would think it'd be harder for you to do things just because of the fact that you're visually impaired. But if I don't know how. I don't know. I know my brother Jeremy was blind in one eye. Um, but I'm trying to figure out it might be better to learn how to do it without necessarily relying on anybody else to do it. Uh,
Because my phone right there is every time I try to go get an app from the App Store that I've already got rid of,
yeah.
will not bring it back up because I do not have my, how do I put this, password for my old account anymore.
Well, it seems like you could start a new account and just a workaround.
You
Um,
would think that, but my iPhone 15 does not let me pass that point.
really.
For
Well,
real.
another great point in
Not having iPhones.
yeah, to not have an iPhone. I would rather have Android anyhow.
So do
Um,
I.
but I don't know. When it comes to that type of stuff, I am totally lost because I know nothing about Macs. I know nothing about iPhones. I think my mama has an iPhone, and every time, hey Bulldogs, good to see you. Anyone using Perplexity? Not that I'm aware of, Felicia. FR Hungry. She,
Yeah,
I
can I make a suggestion for something we were just talking about?
yeah,
I don't mean to step on anybody's toes or anything, but I've been editing videos for a long time for myself. And as far as the thumbnails and stuff like that, if you don't want to use, and this is just my opinion now, no one has to take my advice about anything, But that company, right? I mean, Bazart, Bazaart. You can do it on a laptop. You can do it on their app. There is a free version of it, and there is a paid version. I have for the entire existence of me ever using it. I've used the free version and done thumbnails and any kind of logos or anything like that that you want to do. It's not as complex as Canva, but it is free, and it is not. They do not. They don't have creator. What do they call that? Creator rights. They don't have creator rights. You own all the stuff you make in Bazart.
You see what Eddie says, right?
No, I
I
don't pay
saw it.
attention.
Eddie just,
saw it.
yeah, Eddie's just being difficult.
What did he
Yeah.
say?
He said your opinion sucks. Yeah, your opinion sucks.
There you go. Absolutely. But Bazart's really good. Not they don't own your stuff. They don't own your. They don't have rights to anything you make. So if you're worried about that, then that's a good option. But that's just me. You can contact anybody you want to contact to find out their opinion. But like I said, that's my opinion, and it works really well.
He said,
Oh, and also they have
"Stop."
templates. They also have templates over there. So like when you go into it, you can go to the very right hand side. It says Facebook, YouTube, Pinterest, Instagram, all that kind of stuff. And then under that, it'll say, are you making like a image for your background? Are you making a thumbnail? Are you making this? And anyway, so it's just they have all the templates for it.
Can you use that on a phone?
You can absolutely 100%.
I may have to check that out.
Yep. And yes, Eddie, I do know, and you're just too scared to come up here and talk to me face to face.
And that's without having it being downloaded, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can do well. Yeah, I mean, you can. I mean, like I said, for some reason, these crazy apps that you have to do all this editing on. If you're on the internet, then it's better to be on a computer, and if you're on your phone, it's better to download the app. So I know that's your problem. That's a problem you're trying to figure a way around, but that's pretty much how all these editing apps work.
Well,
I
Eddie
may
should be
just have to
extremely
do the
happy now.
videos without thumbnails then, because that's the only option.
Say what, Jerry?
Eddie should be extremely happy now. It's oh, I better not say anything yet. He's not right there. He's behind me out TV wise.
Well-
Eddie, mute yourself. Can you hear me? They're gonna have 20. It's gonna be 20 Texans here pretty quick.
Hey, Lucy,
Yeah.
you know, I would also say that on videos, if you're uploading videos to, or for that matter on live streams, typically what YouTube does is it automatically picks out what it thinks is the most interesting thumbnail for you. It's rare for me to even put a thumbnail on there. Every now and then I will, especially when I'm doing, two dudes, drop clues with Jerry, because Jerry fixes them up and puts them on there, so I don't have to worry about it. So but then again, my thoughts on YouTube is I'm just doing this for fun and a hobby. I'm not really that worried about, a
It's
lot
all
of.
fun for me too, Gary.
Yeah, I know.
You know, I'm not making. When I get to be making money like Mr. Beats, then I'll be more serious.
Where'd that come from? It's fun for everybody. What y'all talking about?
Well, it's not all. It wasn't always fun for me.
Well, that's because you let it get to you.
Well, I let it.
That's your OCD.
Yeah, probably.
And it's 1 o'clock.
I have a tendency sometimes to go through and feel like it's a job, and when it gets to that point, I don't enjoy it. Come on, Nikki.
Hey, don't pick on Mickey. It's 1 o'clock. You have to go get ready for work. You don't be late.
Yeah, it is 1 o'clock. And let me thank everybody for coming in. If you hadn't said anything in chat for a little bit, please go ahead and say something so I can recognize you. I will go ahead and start recognizing everybody in the chat. And I'll give it just a minute in case something pops up, somebody pops up that I hadn't seen lately.
When's Sammy coming home?
She'll be home today.
Okay.
She's going to stop by Dreamland Barbecue and pick up some ribs, and she may be home before I leave, which means I'll get a chance to eat before I go to work. And thank you, Meritage. It's just as long as it's a hobby, it's fun. But I sometimes let it get to me to the point where always a pleasure to see you, Stevie. You want
Eddie going live today?
Do I know?
Is Eddie going live today?
Probably not.
Not typically.
Yeah.
I'm going to drop out. So you're going to say goodbye. I'm going to drop out, and I am watching the game. So
Do you want to mention your next live tomorrow?
tomorrow at 5:45.
And y'all make sure you go check out Butler Family Farm. And let's see. Thank you for coming up, Jerry. Always a pleasure. And Anfield, Anfield Road, Anfield. It's good to see you, Arlene. A pleasure. We got Maya up here on Auburn Sports Report here on panel. We got Bulldogs. Thank you for coming in. Jerry Butler of Butler Family Farm. Chef Seavey of Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official. We got Devil Dog at Devil Dog. We got F.R. Humphrey, which is Felicia. I've had a pleasure of meeting her. She's good people. She was out at Petals of the Past. Meredith Shades of Light. Thank you for coming in. And we got Tim Mitchell, also at, let's see, that is the other. I'm going to mess that up if I say it. So I'm just going to say, go check out Tim Mitchell. He does live stream zone, but him and Stevie do have that um, off topic squirrel, and I know I'm gonna butcher that, so I'm gonna shut up because I don't want another. Well, it would not be good to get another sticker of me saying something wrong. Anyhow, I guess you get.
Now,
That's funny now.
real quick before you end, because I know you're about to ask this question too. It's going to be hard to tell when I'm going to be live at the moment because, plus, after I mention I'm going to be working on my house again soon.
Okay.
Also, for this whole month, I'm filling in for a YouTuber that's going to be off from streaming for a month.
Okay. Well, y'all be on the look for Lucy. Is it Lucy Grace?
Lucy Grace 56.
Lucy Grace 56. If you'd like to connect with Lucy. Also, I think we've covered everybody in there. But much love for everybody. Make sure you. Gary is a chicken. Chicken.
You called me one too. I just texted him.
Okay. There's a new sticker, and he's a whole banner on the intro and outro. I look forward to it. Maybe. I'm a little scared. Say it, Gary. Okay, you're a chicken. I don't know where that comes from, but anyhow, thank y'all for coming in. God bless you. And with that, we're going to end in 3, 2, 1.